Another cruise liner has arrived at Cairns, tropical Australia's most popular tourist destination, and the welcome is as warm as the weather. This is becoming a regular sight nowadays at the port of Cairns, in Australia's far north Queensland, with visiting liners including Saga Fjord, Royal Odyssey, Fair Star, Royal Viking Star, Azerbaidi Ran, Alexander Pushkin, Royal Viking Sun, Island Princess, Coral Princess, and several smaller cruise vessels. One reason for the ever-increasing number of visits by cruise liners to Cairns is the port's strategic location in the South Pacific, within close proximity to the traditional Pacific destinations such as Fiji, Vanuatu, Noumea, and Port Moresby. Apart from its strategic location, the port is also well organized. Recreational boating facilities, tourist boat terminals, and the cruise ship terminal are located at the port entrance. Further upstream are the cargo, naval, commercial and industrial operations. The passenger facilities are conveniently and unusually close to the central business and retailing hub of the city. A great bonus for passengers who feel they're in the vibrant cosmopolitan heart of tropical Cairns the moment they arrive. In addition, the development of world-class hotels, restaurants, entertainment venues and retail centres continues to link the city and the port. Location, direction of local industry and an intrinsic relationship between seaport and airport have combined to place Cairns in a position unique among Queensland ports. While still the base for Australia's largest fishing fleet and offering fully serviced cargo, shipbuilding and repair facilities, Cairns Harbour has also become the site of major tourism developments, reflecting the growth impetus of the tourism market in the far north Queensland region. Developments will include a foreshore promenade that will eventually link the Esplanade with No. 1 Wharf, providing the greatest possible public access to the waterfront. Trinity Wharf International Cruise Liner Terminal was completed early in 1988 at a cost of $12 million and is located at No. 1 Wharf. Customs and immigration facilities are within the terminal complex, with a full range of tourist facilities and services. This is an efficient facility for stopover passengers, but the Cairns Port Authority has its sights set on longer visits, a big growth in fly cruise packages and the home basing of liners at the port. Because of this, work will be completed in mid-1991 on a magnificent $80 million complex with a total area of 64,000 square metres that will include transit accommodation, Australia's largest passenger transfer facility, a large retail area, and a 3,000 square metre customs and arrivals hall. Widening of the channel from 76 metres to 90 metres, plus deepening to a consistent 9 metres, are other improvements that will also be appreciated by the masters of very large passenger and cargo vessels. While recognising the need to earmark areas for future port development, the Cairns Port Authority is also acutely aware of the need to preserve the unique local environment. The authority places stringent requirements on developers of port lands to ensure that the North Queensland style is complemented and enhanced. The authority has also relinquished tenure over large areas of wetlands under its control for incorporation into fish habitat and wetland reserves. The development of fly cruise packages is a matter of high priority for the progressive Cairns Port Authority, which also owns and operates the city's international airport. This is only 6 kilometres by road from the seaport, simplifying transfers. The airport is one of the nation's busiest, with international traffic increasing by about 50% each year. To ensure that the airport facilities can cope with this growth and the introduction of new and larger aircraft, work is proceeding according to a 20-year master plan, and which includes a new and separate 15,000 square metre international passenger terminal and a 600-metre extension to the main runway. This work will be completed in mid-1990. Cairns now receives more than 1/3 of all international visitors to Queensland, with direct flights to and from Hawaii, the US West Coast, Japan, the United Kingdom, New Zealand, Papua New Guinea, and Singapore, and connections throughout the world. The reasons why Cairns is attracting such huge and growing numbers of visitors from other parts of Australia and overseas can be summed up fairly briefly. It's a wonderful city with a superb tropical climate, and it's the gateway to a paradise on earth. Built last century as an outlet for sugar, gold, cattle and timber from its hinterland, Cairns is now a sophisticated cosmopolitan city that is geared to cater to the needs of tourists, be they young backpackers with limited budgets or seasoned travellers who can afford to go first class. Accommodation runs from the ultra-economy segment through the mid-range to top-class hotels such as the Hilton, Park Royal, Four Seasons and Ramada, run by international operators. This same variety is reflected in a multitude of restaurants and eating places, again ranging from the simple to the sophisticated. Then, after a leisurely dinner, it's time to sample the nightlife of Cairns. Perhaps the exciting Jabiru Cabaret restaurant, featuring Aboriginal and Islander song and dance, resident musician, and a chef's banquet of more than 65 tempting dishes. Or maybe a nightclub. Of course, one of the joys of being on holiday is the chance to splash out and buy a few things you wouldn't find in stores at home. And in Cairns, there are plenty of places to browse and buy, including all sorts of duty-free goods in a relaxed, friendly atmosphere. Cairns is the gateway to tropical North Queensland, where the myriad attractions are all natural, not man-made, and all within easy reach of Cairns and in all directions. It is the closest of all cities to one of the world's greatest natural wonders, Australia's Great Barrier Reef, with its exquisite underwater coral gardens that are a constant source of delight to people from all nations. Then there are the associated islands, such as Green Island with its underwater observatory, Dunk Island to the south, where the living is very easy, and the Low Isles, complete with picturesque lighthouse. There is an amazing abundance of marine life on the reef, with more than 1,500 varieties of reef fish and hundreds of coral species in the most fantastic array of shapes and colours. And there are many ways to reach the reef, perhaps aboard the world's largest sailing catamaran, or aboard the famous Quicksilver to dive, snorkel, or enjoy the reef from the comfort of a submersible. All along the coast around Cairns, glistening beaches lapped by the warm tropical waters and fringed with waving palms invite you to have fun or just relax. Of course, As any big game fisherman will tell you, there's nothing relaxing about hooking onto a huge marlin, and the waters around Cairns are home to many of these magnificent creatures. There are few, if any, other places in the world that can offer the visitor such a diverse range of sights and activities. A journey to beautiful Kuranda aboard the historic scenic railway is one of rugged grandeur. The train winds through hills and valleys, past waterfalls and pockets of tropical rainforest, and up into the mountains that mark the start of the tablelands. "19 minutes after leaving Cairns, you arrive at Kuranda. This is the home of the Chipukai Aboriginal Dance Theatre. Here at Kuranda, you'll also find the world's largest butterfly sanctuary, the Kuranda Noctarium, and the local craft markets. From Kuranda, visitors with a little more time can take a tour of the Atherton Tablelands, visiting the volcanic crater lakes and other attractions of this lovely, lush region. Heading north from Cairns, visitors pass through the rich acres of sugarcane and can visit many tourist attractions, including a look at the toothy denizens of Wild World, before the road rejoins the coast. Another half hour, and the tourist is enjoying the village atmosphere of beautiful Port Douglas, with its bustling and sophisticated Mirage Marina and the breathtaking Sheraton Mirage Resort. A little farther north from Port Douglas are the Daintree and Cape Tribulation areas, Australia's most spectacular untouched rainforest region. The mouth of the Daintree River meets the ocean and the reef just 1.5 hours from Cairns, offering an unforgettable day tour to this ancient wilderness. The Daintree is the home of the North Queensland crocodile and the river train, which provides an opportunity to see this primeval monster in its own environment while cruising in comfort and safety. South of Cairns, there is a host of beaches, including beautiful Mission Beach. And for the adventurous, the unforgettable experience of whitewater rafting on the Tully River Rapids. And if that isn't enough to keep the adrenaline pumping, thrill seekers can indulge in these types of activities all along the coast and at most of the Great Barrier Reef Island resorts. All that and a lot more is what Cairns and Far North Queensland offers its visitors. It's a unique lifestyle set in a region that has been doubly blessed by Mother Nature, both on land and sea. The area is legendary for its beauty and its hospitality, and more people are visiting, with some deciding to stay for the rest of their lives. Regretfully, however, most visitors have to sail away to a more mundane world. But they know that Cairns will be waiting with a warm welcome for their return to the unspoiled beauty of this paradise on Earth.